So very welcome to this preview of the English Premier League match day. I'm not sure. Anyway, weekend 15th to 17th of January 2022. And if you like my channel, subscribe to it. If you like what you see here, leave a like. If you would like to comment on what you see here, I will happily notice and I will reply to you. If you find better bets or other ones recommending, you can also leave a comment. And if you like my tool, rather get your copy now and you will very much benefit from this as soon as you understand how to use it. And I'm trying to explain this in every other video. And here you see the tree. This is my tree. If you get your access to the tool, then you can build your tree yourself. You have to search those countries and leagues, and you open this here. You see all the countries, and then you can select your leagues, and you can go straight into this one league. You won't have this checkbox here, but you can instantly click on view only this league. And what we see here is a bit disappointing. And actually, after the New Year's Day, we have to select the season once again. But you will get used to this as well. And if you see here, sometimes you have games to finalize, which is going to have an impact on the strength of the team. Southampton beat Brentford last night by 4-1. Computer was quite okay with it. And there are current games, which means this one is being updated. Everton Leicester is off, and tonight are going to play West Ham against Norwich, which is not what I'm going to preview here. Computer might suggest us to go with West Ham as soon as we have more than 135, which is the case here. Of course, I can happily check it here as well and leave this. But if you want to compare or see within the tool, as a tool user, you get plenty of statistics and stuff around it. And here you see West Ham got found back into the campaign here with 2 wins lately. And before that they had 2 losses in which they didn't perform any badly. And Norwich are usually losing their games, but no, they drew one. They are 4.5 points lower than I expected them. They are, of course, awful in the table as well, which you can see here. If you check on this, you see you can show the whole table, show all teams, and then you see 5th place, 10-4-6. This is like a regular table here. Goal difference 8.42, -34 against +10. So it's pretty superior, and you even can check those stats here. West Ham 250, 256 shots total, and this is how many they conceded. And Norwich, of course, awful, 189, 281, 50 on target, 99 they conceded. So in fact they are no good, but we all know that. But the compilation of the tool says 138, sorry, so we don't have a bet there. I'm sorry. Of course I would only have a bet if it's bigger than 138, which I thought was the case when looking at this, right? I misclicked here. Fixtures Premier League. This is what we actually wanted to see. Those are midweek's games. If you want to check the current round, that's what we are gonna do. Oh, that's 26. That's a bit poor. Sorry for that. So we go to the 22nd round. This is the one that is going to come up. I'm rather going to recompile. If you look at the status that you see here, then you can usually check out when you compiled the price. This was back in 29th of December, so I'm going to recompile them. Sometimes I compile prices earlier, also just to check maybe, and so on. But it's recommended to recompile them before the kickoff, because the strength of the teams are updated according to the results. In Brighton and Hove, it's rather maybe Crystal Palace to be given a chance, or best would be the draw. So I'm gonna click on this one. If we want to know if we like the draw, we can still compare here, and then you can see, first of all, there had been 5 draws and in last 8, so this is very drawish for Brighton. They have 2 out of 8, which is not so drawish. Over the whole campaign they have 8 draws, they have 9, which is 15 in 39 games. So this is a lot more than 1/3. So computer wants to draw. We see that Brighton drew a lot, and so we can select this one because it's an indication as soon as the market price is bigger than the true price. And actually this is pretty well confirmed. If Manchester City take on Chelsea, computer wants us to go with Chelsea. We know we do not like them so much. Recently the shape has gone down. No more wins in 5 games, just one win, 4 draws, whereby Liverpool drawing. They were actually okay there, but Manchester City are just winning their games, and they are just by far the best. Whereby you see here 17-2 against 12-7-2, so it's just those 5 draws between them, which means Chelsea also pretty good. Those 1.04 points plus means they are still better than what I expected. Whereby, in fact, Manchester City are just outstanding. Well, it's a tough one to decide, but following my tool, I would in fact, I give them a chance. I do not like them really. Well, not liking means I do not trust them. I do not think they are so good. So it's actually a bit absurd. But if you trust the probability concept, then you simply have to, you compile your prices, then you say, okay, those are my prices, those are my probabilities, and those are the ones I trust. So if I get a better price here, I'm going to bet this side. If I get a better price there, I'm going to go and bet on this side. So in this case, we have to somehow bite the bullet. I'm going to do, and it's too much of a difference. And of course, I know that I can foresee somehow Manchester City being better and winning the game. Of course, the computer also favors them to win the game. In Burnley, Leicester, no real indication. 332, 358. We check this here. 332, 358. No indication at all. And I rather would, I would then stay away anyway. But I wouldn't really have an idea here. I would slightly more like Burnley maybe, because Leicester are so weak somehow. In Newcastle, we saw them winning, beating Arsenal in the cup, and computer wants us to go with Watford. I mean, Newcastle have all the money. They improved a bit here, drawing 3 in a row. They are awful here, -3, -7. That would still say Watford are okay. Well, I wouldn't trust this. No. As I said that, I in fact would have to 362, 365. Well, it's the same story, right? Either I would have to adjust my settings, which is also a possibility, or I would have to bite the bullet. That's what I'm going to do here for this stream. This is not losing money, clicking on a checkbox. But there's still a decision to be made. Norwich, Everton, 371, 355, 2.06. They are both just the sides that I wouldn't like. Here the draw would be indicated, which actually makes perfect sense. But they are both so terrible. But even then it would make even more sense, right? They drew at least 3 in 8. They drew 4 in 8. So that would actually confirm. Those 4 and 4 would not confirm. But the recent, the offer that makes sense to me, in fact, right? Wolves against Southampton. We have 224 and 318. Another draw here, maybe 318 on the draw. What do they have here? 319. No real reason to hustle here. I mean, I'm just gonna skip that. Aston Villa, Manchester United, 2.02. They played in the cup, in fact, Manchester United were awful. They still won the game. I don't know. Do we ever expect them to be better? Well, Aston Villa were actually the side with Steve Gerrard and complaining about the video assistant as well. But just saying that lots of time wasted there. And anyway, computer wants Manchester United. Well, I've all the reason maybe to adjust their settings. They are no good. Rangnick didn't really have the impact they were hoping for. They are in fourth place here. This is their strength. So you see that those top three are just miles apart, but still they are best from the rest. Well, who else? Manchester United, Arsenal, all the others, West Ham, Leicester, Tottenham. Well, Tottenham should be a bit better, but here I wouldn't see much reason to adjust. It's just silly. So I would have to bet Manchester United, which I do not really like. And of course, no one needs to. They are minus 5.08. They are plus 0.04. So Aston Villa, I've evaluated fine. Away record is 4-3-2, which means okay, they can win a game here or there. They have at home 4-1-4. So they also lost a couple. This is in fact confirming somehow. So I have to, once again, go with Manchester United, sadly. And even Liverpool, the computer wants, which I do not understand. Maybe they have so many. Salah is playing the African Nations Cup. Maybe there are more players missing, some trouble there. But Brentford are also not in perfect shape recently, if I remember correctly. Losing 3 out of the last 4. So Brentford, they are promoted, started well, but now they are somehow adjusting to where they really belong. West Ham against Leeds. We would maybe have a chance to go with Leeds, 181 West Ham, to 424, 518, 424, 518. So just very x2, maybe x2. It's very marginal. And then you still would have to decide, do you like it? 236, if you want to see, once again, if I have the double chance, there it would compile the prices. Once again, if I said it's all based on the same simulation, this simulation that's running once again now is once again based on that same simulation, but it's not compiling the prices right away, all of them in one go, which is also a possibility to do in the future. 223 is the true price. We get 236, so we have a marginal bet here, and we can still have a look, but I think Leeds improved. A win, draw, which is fine. 3 losses before Arsenal, Manchester City, Chelsea. So you can arrange with these. But also West Ham recently, as we saw here, they are still playing tonight when I'm recording this video. Still, I would give them a chance, Leeds. Tottenham, Arsenal, very, very poor one. We go back to the market. It's one of the biggest games, of course, of this whole competition here, most tradition in there, but that means rather that you should not look so much on current shape and so on. And I wouldn't like to have Arsenal so much. 294 is a very marginal indication, which I, in that case, would rather prefer to skip. Also, Tottenham changed their coach with Antonio Conte, and in fact, they didn't lose in 8. While they lost the last one to Man City, they were still okay. Well, in fact, we would have to say currently they are both not in awful shape, right? And anyway, Tottenham could be a bit better or could be set a bit higher, right? This I could do, in fact, because we saw now that the new coach brought some, right? We set them to 115 maybe, which they still would have to proof, right? They were at 1.05. Now I set them to 115 here, a bit closer to Arsenal. And now we go back to the pairings and recompile this one, which is anyway a very difficult one to assess. But at least we wouldn't have this indication anymore. Well, now we would even come close to an indication on Tottenham, but rather we forget it. So thanks a lot for watching this one, and see you soon. Bye bye.